send another song.
Mike's Daily Podcast.
Episode 562. It's Tuesday, September 10th, 2013, 11 p.m. Pacific Time. Internet talk radio for your imagination. Mike Matthews broadcasting from the last place on earth, located somewhere in Podcastro Valley, California. Today we hear from Benita, the Disgruntled Fiddle Player, the Brewmaster, plus we bring you the return of the segment Mike on Mobile with a very bizarre road trip with Radio Whiz Aaron Fonseca.
Mike's Daily Podcast.
And I'm going to tell you a story about me walking my dog because I think it's the kind of information that you can take up.
Mike's Daily Podcast.
So I took my dog to this cool park called the Garin Regional Park or something like that. And we walked around and there were people that were fat because they were doing a apple festival, but they add a lot of sugar to the apple stuff and it make all kinds of fattening things that make you look like a ball. And I think that I ran into this woman. That's right. That's what happened.
Mike's Daily Podcast.
I'm trying to remember it all, but then this chorus pops in and it distracts me. Let me see. Linda Lavin.
Mike's
She was such a beautiful
Daily
actress, wasn't she?
Podcast.
So nice. Anyway.
Yeah!
I'm walking through the parking lot with Basil the Boxer, and there's this lady. She's kind of large, and she's looking for her car. She's got her little son with her. And I'm like, oh, look at these apples. Isn't this a great apple festival? And she goes, yeah, it is. And I notice she's got a southern accent, so she sounds something like, yeah, it is. And I go, are you from Georgia? And, she said yes. But, okay, so when you peg someone, when you figure out what state they're from just from their accent, I know Georgia is pretty obvious because there's a lot of Southerners there, right? It's all Southerners. But I could have said Alabama, I could have said Mississippi, but I said Georgia, and I hit it right on the nose. She's unimpressed. I'm like, come on! I just pulled that one right out of the hat. Anyway, and she goes, yeah, and I go, hey, have you ever been to LEJ in Georgia? Because that's like a big apple farm place. It's like almost like an apple theme park. People drive from all over. You can't even get in the parking lot on the weekends because everybody takes their kids. They want to go see apples because that's all you can do in Georgia, aside from the Coke Museum. And she goes, yeah, why, as a matter of fact, my mom owned a mountain in LJ, which she had to sell because they blew it up and put a highway through. And I said, not too many people can say that sentence. And she goes, well, the people that were in the mountain weren't happy. And she walked away. What an annoying Oh, look, it just walked in. Hi, Mike. It's Benita, the rodeo queen. How y'all doing?
And it's a disgruntled fiddle player, tell you what.
What?
I've been to LJ. There's not much to do except eat a bunch of apples and whatnot.
People like that. They like apples. It gives them a lot of vitamin C or something. I don't know what the hell's in them.
Mock apples are just pure happiness in heaven.
That's right, Mike. I love apples. All kinds of apples, except for road apples. And you would know about road apples because you have a horse. My horse is named Nilly. Right. You know what else also happened this weekend?
I'm not interested, Mike. Talk about something else.
I was going to talk about something else that happened to me this weekend.
Well, don't talk about it right now.
Why not?
Because I'm thinking about apples and their deliciousness.
Well, I'm going to tell you what happened to me. I was in the town of Petaluma. So we're in Podcastro Valley, California, in the Bay Area. This Garin Park that I went to that had the Apple Festival, that's south of me. And it's interesting. Look at the difference between Georgia, wet, rainy type place, very humid, and then this Garin Park, which is just it's in Union City, that's right. And this time of year, warm, hot. Still, they grow a bunch of apples. Fascinating. I'm just fascinated by it.
I'm fascinated that you're fascinated.
I like road apples. Okay. Anyway, Petaluma is all north of the Bay Area. It's kind of, just a little bit west of Napa. And I was there with a friend of mine, and it's dusk. And we're walking along, and I noticed that there's something whizzed by my head.
You mean someone was relieving themselves by your head?
No, something flew by my head is what I mean. Flew by really quickly, and I thought for a second it was a bug, but it turned out that it was a bat. Oh, I hate those. Those are scary. Yeah, they were flying around. There was a bunch. At first just a couple, then I'm like in a swarm of bats flying right by me. Never once any of them touching me. But I felt for a second like I was in a Christian Bale movie or something. It was bizarre. All these bats.
Well, Mike, but there are bats.
I know, but I've only seen just a couple in California. And then there were just so many. And I think what they do is they live on the top of this store that's right by this little part of the Petaluma River there. And they're sitting up on the top of the roof, and then they fly down along the water, and I think they get bugs that way.
Well, that's an interesting analysis.
Bats are cool. They got the radar thing going on. They're pretty neat.
No, those are dolphins.
Dolphins have sonar.
Whatever.
Mom, all this nature is freaking me out. Bah, bah, I love apples. And just as she walked out, look who walked in.
Hello there, Mike. I make the root beer. I'm the brewmaster. Oh, boy!
Brewmaster, have you made a special apple root beer in honor of what I was just talking about? Because you always tend to do that.
I did. I made an apple root beer, and it tastes disgusting. You want some?
No, not at all. Stop pouring that glass. Stop. All right, I'll take a little sip. Does taste like apples and root beer. Somehow that does not work. Well, this is interesting. Eddie Murphy, he is releasing an album. What? Yes. Remember that song he had? She likes to party all the time. Party. All right, I won't sing any more of it. You're welcome. He's got a new album coming out called Red Light, and it is a reggae album. He says, all I've been doing is making music. I haven't been working on films. I haven't been developing movies or any of that stuff. Substituting that word in place of another. Oh, I'm sorry. The name of the album is called 9. And I guess there's a song called Red Light that apparently people are liking, and it's got reggae influences. He says, it was something different. I was like, how can I become grown and still have it be danceable and not look like I'm trying to sound like everybody else? And about his reggae fascination, he says, I've been a big Bob Marley fan forever. Bob Marley and the Beatles, that's my big, giant music influence. He did some good singing in that Dreamgirls movie. Oh, and he also mentioned, they asked him about the Beverly Hills Cop movie, this Rolling Stone interview that actually was published on CNN.com. Okay, that's confusing. Rolling Stone asked, there's talk of another Beverly Hills Cop movie now that the TV show fell through, and there's talk that you might be in triplets with Danny DeVito and Schwarzenegger. Anything real there? Eddie Murphy says, I've had all types of talks like that. Nothing comes together yet. All things still in the talking stage right now. This is what's happening.
Mark, there is no greater honor on this planet than to hear the beautiful singing voice of Eddie Murphy.
Yeah, I made a root beer for him. It tastes delicious. Want some?
Okay, don't pour me another glass of that's spicy. Just like Eddie Murphy is spicy. What do you think about Eddie Murphy's singing career? Email me, mikesdailypodcast@gmail.com. We read your comments on the section emails for email. Also email me if you'd like to be a guest on the show or if you'd like to sponsor the show. And we read your comments on the section emails for email, mikesdailypodcast@gmail.com. Hey, there's a website that you should check out because it's phenomenal. It is called mikesdailypodcast.com. We named it after the show. Fancy that. There's links to where to listen to the show in iTunes, subscribe to the show, rank the show, comment on the show in iTunes. Also, where to find us on Yelp. Yeah, you can Yelp about us like we're a restaurant or something. Well, we are kind of in a restaurant right now here at the last place on earth. It's such a great place.
I can just tell you right now that there's no more root beer because I poured it all for Mike. Oh, boy.
Thank you, Brewmaster.
Do you like my scary voice?
I do. It's getting me ready for Halloween, which is still more than a month away, so why am I getting ready for it? Anyway, also, you can find out where to find us on Twitter, SoundCloud, Spreaker. It's not called Spreaker or Sprinkler, although those are all fantastic names for websites and should be quickly snapped up. Spreaker.com. Also, the YouTube channel that I have. All those links at mikesdailypodcast.com. And big news here. I am now on internet radio on a music station that plays today's hits and some fun older tunes. The name of the radio station is called Wave 106. You can catch it 10 to 2 Eastern Time, and that's 7 a.m. to 11 a.m. West Coast time. So check that out weekdays and go to Wave 106. They've got a player there, or you can download it to your, there's a special app that they have, and you can download that if you go through your smartphone there, and it's free. Awesome. Also at mikesdailypodcast.com, a link to the Amazon deal of the day. If you buy something through that at a tremendous discount, we see a little bit of money. And finally, there is the blog, the daily podcast picture, and a link to where to find us in Facebook. And if you like the show on Facebook, that's awesome, because when we post a new show, share that with your friends and more people will find out about us if you want to do that. mikesdailypodcast.com.
Mike on mobile.
Mike on mobile, covering the world in 30 seconds. Today in Warsaw, people were like, hey, yo, we're in Warsaw. Let's dance on the beach and have a pina colada.
I really say that. So
It's Mike Matthews with Aaron Fonseca.
hey, what's up, man? I'm over here in the car. You ruined my day.
Why did I ruin your day, Aaron Fonseca?
First, you said you're going to take me to a vineyard and we're going to get free wine. There was no wine.
Yeah, can I just jump in here and say Livermore sucks? Because they keep doing these stupid wine events, and that, like, makes them stop doing free wine, and you have to pay $60 for an all-day pass. It's ridiculous. They're turning Livermore into Disneyland. Why?
De Niro.
We saw Robert De Niro today.
Did we really?
It was amazing. What was he doing here in the Diablo Valley?
He was seeing Christopher Walken.
2 mice fell into a bucket. The first mouse drowned. The second one began swimming and turned it into cream.
Tell me where we're going. Butter. Lots of butter.
So we began our day at, what's the fine restaurant, can we say?
Hooters.
We started off our lunch at Hooters. We were served by a lovely blonde lady who said she was taking a physiology class.
She was too stupid to take physiology.
So Aaron doesn't believe that. But why would you not trust your food server, who you were trusting with our food anyways?
She just served it. She didn't seem very smart. She sounded like a dumb chick.
So here we go. Now Aaron has... Let me put on my seatbelt before you turn the car on. Oh my God, I'm going to die. Okay, and then Aaron's having a freaking happy day because he got his car wrapped. I have a coffee in between my legs. You got to make a right turn here, Aaron. Oh, God.
Make a right?
Right turn. Don't those houses over there look like they should be like at Disneyland? They look so fake. That's what people want to live in now. It's just these fake...
Built structured houses that are built skeletons. They all look exactly like each other.
Little pink houses and you and me. Keep going straight. I'll stop this soon so I can look back at my phone and say, where are we going, phone? And it will tell me to go away. So, what did we learn today, Aaron? That Mike is a terrible date. Is that what we learned?
I don't know, but I'm not going to therapy for you. What did you
get over
did you try?
left? Yeah, keep going straight.
Did you try?
Did I try?
Did you even try?
I always try.
Did you try one?
No, wait. What's the Star Wars thing? Dude, don't try.
Why'd you get divorced?
Oh my gosh. You're a broken record. I mean, the needle is on fire. It's so broken.
So here's the question. So I hung out with you today.
Go in the other lane.
I hung out with you today. I took you to Starbucks. Got you like 2 beers. You got some girls to hang around you.
Hooters.
Yeah, I took you to Jamba Juice. You met a girl who was 15 years old that you want to hit on. Right?
That did not happen.
So all of a sudden you take me to Livermore. What's going on? What happened? How come I come through and you don't deliver?
Well, why? He's just honking at random people walking down the street. Oh my gosh, that's Eric's Deli. We had that in Alabama. Iced tea. All you do in Alabama is drink iced tea. Do you like iced tea, Aaron?
I like this song. The only song I really liked is when he did New Jack City for the motion picture.
How did that song go?
He goes, "'Cause I'm an old school hustler, New Jack City, hustler," like that.
Okay.
And he was an original gangster.
Aaron, I feel bad that I've let you down, that you were expecting more from this day and hanging out with your friend Mike Matthews, and I'm a terrible friend. I'm not entertaining in the least. I guess Joshua's right. I'm not entertaining.
Oh, why'd you get divorced?
Did you know to help me expand my brain. I don't need anything from AutoZone right now. I want to thank everyone for listening to this podcast today.
I got you a question for you. What do you usually do on your weekends? What do you usually do?
Well, let's see. Last weekend, I worked. I think I worked both days. I'm not trying to be coy. I'm just honestly full of amnesia.
Is that Kiss?
Kiss what?
The Kiss poster.
The band Kiss?
Yes, no, yes, the band Kiss. That's Kiss, isn't it?
I want to rock and roll all night.
And party every day?
Aaron, thank you for being on Mike on Mobile. Yet once again, we've talked, and we didn't call this the FM project.
No. Do you like Little Caesars pizza?
Not really. I don't like how the guy repeats himself.
Doesn't it taste like cardboard?
I'm trying to stay away from pizza. It's very, very unhealthy. Unlike this Pete's coffee I'm drinking right now.
What do you think about Mountain Mike's?
I have heard say Mountain Mike's, the little pepperonis, when they curl up, they become little teacups of grease.
Ooh. What about Papa John's?
Grease is the word. Have you heard? It's got feeling, emotion.
So I couldn't find the remote, speaking of grease. And guess what was on TV?
Laverne and Shirley?
No, whatchamacallit? Hairspray. When John Travolta's in drag. That is the worst movie I've ever seen in my life.
Well, that's what John really wants to be in.
Drag?
Net.
How does he do it? He goes, "I'm a John Travolta." He used to do it for a while. How's that sound? Do his voice.
Hey, it's John Travolta, and I'm really cool. And look at me. Take a look. I want to dance. I want to spin around. Look, I'm John Travolta. I'm married to Kelly Preston. She's hot. Look at her bodacious tatas. I'm Andrew Dice Clay.
He's gay.
Not that there's anything wrong with that.
What, you being gay? No, it's fine. I'm happy.
It's a little hard on Kelly Preston because it's not. Anyway,
it's not hard on her.
I gotta wrap this up because I gotta figure out where we are. So thanks for being on Mike on Mobile, Aaron Fonseca.
All right, bye. Where are we?
I don't know.
We're in Korean Village.
Oh, let's get a rice bowl.
We didn't end up getting a rice bowl. Dang it. As we go outside the last place on earth where we bring you Mike's Daily Podcast somewhere in Podcastro Valley, California. Actually, we did get a rice bowl, but not there. It's stupid Panda Express. Come on. Why go in there? That food's been sitting on those hot plates for 35 hours straight. That's not... They become caramelized. It's like... chicken food brittle is what it is.
And here's today's podcast picture.
The picture is a drawing with this person right here. Say hello.
Hi, Mike. This is John Deere, the engineer. I really enjoyed being on your cartoon on the Mike's Daily Podcast picture.
Great. Yeah, it's us discussing social media and promoting this show and how difficult it is.
It's not that difficult. You know what's difficult? Is trying to tie your shoes in a vacuum.
Yeah. Mike'sDailyPodcast.com.
Yeah.
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 Yeah. Hey, look, it's your good friend of the Disgruntled Fiddle Player.
Hey there, John Deere, the engineer. What y'all been up to? Well, you know, I've been having fun times hanging out with my one true love. Yeah, okay, so you mean you're enjoying hanging out with Floyd the Floorman? That's right. Okay, well, You keep having fun doing that stuff.
You want to go get a beer?
If you're paying.
All right, let's go.
They both have deep voices. Very hard to distinguish one from the other. One's a redneck, the other is an engineer. It's fascinating what goes on here. Tomorrow we will bring you the return of the segment News Random. Plus we'll hear from Madame Rootabega, Valentino, and Bison Bentley.
That's right, Mike. I like apples. All kinds of apples, except for road apples.
And those would be the droppings of a horse.
Yeah,
Why do they call them that?
'cause they're round, and they taste like a piece of road.
And you would know that taste, why?
Because I thought long and hard about it.
Okay.
Mike's Daily Podcast is written and produced and performed by Mike Matthews. His podcast is super easy to find. Download or listen to his show and read his blog at mikesdailypodcast.com. Email Mike now at mikesdailypodcast@gmail.com. See you tomorrow. Bye!